massive live event tomorrow night.
All said, it is now time for your main event of the evening. Your referee for this match, Michael Fitzpatrick.
That's our main event about set to get underway. I just want to take a quick second to thank you, Michael Richard Blaze, for joining me and offering a bit of insight into what goes on inside the professional wrestling ring. The son of Kosovo, Berat Gorani, just about to cross the threshold and make his way down to the ring for our main event here at LPW, Clandestine Wrestling Society #1, a prelude to LPW 13. And this is a young man who's really come into his own over the past year or so.
Yeah, honestly, Berat has stepped up his game a lot over the past year. I've seen a big change in him, and to be honest, tonight, this match is one of the matches I've most looked forward to watching in the entire history of LPW.
Weighing in at 100 kilos, ladies and gentlemen, from Kosovo, this is the son of Kosovo, Berat Gorani!
And his tag teaming with Sheik Akbar Shabazz has brought a new level of kind of skullduggery as well, not afraid to bend the rules for his own gain.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing as Zoe. I wish, the attitude wasn't there, but I'm really impressed with all his improvements otherwise.
It's a thing that it makes them that much more dangerous, even though they don't need to really do that. And his opponent, ready to make his way through the curtain, one of the most popular talents we have here in LPW and CWS, the Rhinestone Cowboy himself, Steven Crowe. And I know you are very, very close to this situation, as this is blood, this is family. But, I mean, what can we say about the Rhinestone Cowboy and how he's come into his own over the past year?
I couldn't tell you how proud I am when I watch him, and the fact that so much of this is just him. It's not something, I didn't tell him to go become a cowboy. I taught him some moves, I gave him some pointers, some advice, but I didn't tell him to become this. He did this all on his own.
He weighs in at 165 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, from Calgary, Alberta, put your hands together for the Rhinestone Cowboy, Steven Crowe!
And when Steven Crowe first began his professional wrestling career and his first few matches, he was kind of a man without a country. He didn't really know what he was, what he wanted to be, and he's come into his own as the Rhinestone Cowboy. Like you said, it's definitely a part of him. And it's amazing to see how far he's come, and those knees. I always talk about the vast array of ways he uses his knees successfully inside his matches, as we're about to ring the bell and get underway with this one. Main event time. Gotta check for them foreign objects, you know?
I think he's very trustworthy. I don't think Steven Crowe would ever have
I think it's the other guy you gotta worry about.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
Just that sly smile on his face. It's always very, very unsettling to me.
His entrance is literally just a picture of himself on the screen. How conceited do you have to be that it's just a picture of yourself smiling?
Let's go, Steven!
The bell has rung, the main event underway. Steven Crowe giving up a little bit of height, but sometimes that lower center of gravity can work to your advantage. Backed up into the corner, referee looking for a clean break.
I think a big change I've noticed in Berat over the past year is he's realized his actual size. Because for the longest time, he would try to do things where he was moving around like a cruiserweight or something, and it didn't work out for him because he's a 6'2", 225-pound strong man, and I think that's a big thing that Steven's going to have to watch out for in this.
Caught him coming in with that boot.
And the cheap shots. That is a tight headlock.
So let's talk very, very briefly about this Infinity Gauntlet and where this idea came from. I don't want to take anything away from this match, but I don't get you behind the microphone as often as I would like.
To be completely honest with you,
Man.
that was crazy. That was hard.
And that's,
too.
like you were saying, using his height, those long legs. Absolutely, that's a perfect example of that.
Yeah, using his height and the size, just the sheer size of him, because that leg, it's tough to say, but I'd say that leg's 50 pounds alone just blasting through a guy's face at that point, right?
Steven Crowe going to have to use his speed to avoid that reach advantage, leaping through. Bringing off that middle rope with a high arm drag. Beautifully done. Gorani staggered into the corner. I don't think he expected that. Charging in and up and over. We'll come back to that gauntlet in a minute.
Yeah, these guys are moving way too fast for me to
Absolutely
talk about anything else.
Caught him with that shoulder coming in.
Beautiful.
Charging the ropes. That back elbow was tattooed for his head. Able to get out of the way. Satellite head scissors from the Rhinestone Cowboy.
I do not think I've ever seen Steven do a head scissors. That is shocking. Oh, no.
And I mentioned those knees, and Gorani had it scouted. Nothing but turnbuckle for that knee.
See, and there's the size again that I'm talking about. Steven's doing all these things. He's moving fast. And then Berat just crushes him with a clothesline.
Up and over, almost lost his footing, able to maintain his balance long enough to drape him over that middle rope and right back inside that ring. Crucifix into that sunset flip.
You don't see that very often.
Rolling through again, shoulders down again. Not paid by the hour as Steven Crowe. Tremendous amount of near falls and pin covers from Steven Crowe.
He really wants to win this.
Not able to get the job done, but I think it's got Gorani off his game. Able to hold on to that top turnbuckle. Rolling through. Wrist control.
Up and over.
And that's great athleticism from a man of his size, and that big boot right to the mush. Oof. More offense from the knees, caught up in those ropes. Leaping knee off that middle rope, right on target. Looking to follow up with the cover.
We've got a new crowd behind us.
Were they not there before?
I don't think so.
So let's talk really quickly about this Infinity Gauntlet. They're going to raise a ton of money, hopefully, for the stallery, and you're going to die. But you're going to die for a good cause.
I'm hoping I'm not going to die.
No, you're going to be great.
It's just one of those things, you know, but a lot of people don't know. I've always wanted to do something like this. I've always wanted to do a big, wow, this is impressive. I've always wanted to do some long match and just something that's memorable and that hasn't really been done before. And with my friends and trainees, like that's a big thing for me.
Shoulders down again.
And getting to do it for a good cause has always been important to me. And it just so happened that day is my legitimate 20-year anniversary since I started wrestling. So it seemed like the best time to do it.
And there's no better cause than the stallery. You see him yank him up onto that fireman's carry just by one arm. Great show of power from Gorani.
These two will be involved in that.
He tried to head scissor his way out of it, but Gorani put the brakes on using that size. Bucked down onto his feet.
This is impressive.
Look at that show of power.
Up onto the top wow.
rope.
Oh!
Into the Meteora, gonna try to hook the leg. Gorani barely escaped. This would be a world record too, would it not? I don't know exactly how that works, but
I believe for a single person it will be a world record.
Am I gonna get in there? You gonna tangle with me?
I don't know. Bring your gear.
That's a terrible idea.
Last time we were in a ring together, you gave me a Canadian Destroyer.
And a stunner. And eliminated you over the top rope, but I mean, who's counting, right?
That's true. I'm still shocked by all that.
Steven Crowe charging in, able to avoid that elbow, maintaining wrist control into the buckle over the top and down to the floor. Because of his size, Gorani able to sort of land on his feet to lessen that impact. But if I know Steven Crowe, he's looking to make a dramatic exit from the ring. The Rhinestone Cowboy through the ropes into the DDT on the floor. Unbelievable. And that may spell the beginning of the end of the son of Kosovo. Crowe wisely knows he can't win that match on the floor, dispatching Gorani back inside the ring.
That was ridiculously impressive. Oh.
Spiked his head into the canvas with that head scissors. But those long legs make it easier to kick out, do they not?
Makes it easier to kick out. Also, his power and his size. Honestly, you can't underestimate that size that Berat has, because there's not a lot of guys on the independent wrestling scene that truly have that size nowadays.
Again, springing off the middle rope.
Here's an example. Oh, my
man.
Shit.
Got caught trying to use those ropes as a springboard one too many times, and he was dropped almost like choke slam style down onto that ring apron and down onto the floor.
See, that's something I was a little worried about watching, is I feel like Steven's been throwing out all his big guns at the beginning here, and he's been taking a lot of risks.
And the complexion of this match just changed drastically. Into that ring post, that's unnecessary.
There's just no need for that ring post.
I mean, this is supposed to be somewhat of an exhibition, if you will.
Yeah, like, all these guys and girls, they know that the idea is supposed to be come out here, have a good match with each other. And so far, we've had a lot of despicable actions tonight.
I can't quite see what's going on from where our table is, but...
Well, Berat just punched him really hard in the face right in front of us.
That does not surprise me whatsoever. Back in the ring really quickly to break that count. Michael the Fitz restarting that count hard. The skull of the Rhinestone Cowboy bouncing off that ring apron. Back inside the squared circle, going for the cover. This could be all. And I've often talked about how scrappy the Rhinestone Cowboy is and how much punishment he has to take to get put away, and that's a great example of it. That chokeslam onto that ring apron was gross and violent.
I think one thing you can always be sure of when it comes to Steven Crowe or myself is we don't know how to stay down. Like, you have to put us down. You really, really, really have to put us down to get a win, to make us stop, because for whatever reason, we've always been that way. He's one of the toughest guys I know.
Able to shift his weight around.
See, here's that power.
Great power from Berat Gorani up in that fireman's carry. Crowe looking for an exit. Trying to use all his weight to get a crucifix, but can't do it.
Oh, no.
Jockeying for position here.
I think Berat's got him hooked in something.
Yeah, he's got him in that submission. That's going to tear out those shoulders, those pectoral muscles.
Oh,
man. Planted him down face first. Hooking that leg. Is it all for the Cowboy? Able to get the shoulder up. I'm as surprised as anybody in the room. I thought that was all. When'd your sister start training?
Oh, God. The scary thing is she's probably the toughest one of all of us.
Hey, I've seen childbirth, man. I don't mess with a woman. Hard into the buckle. And this is where, again, Gorani taking advantage of those long limbs. Not a lot of men in professional wrestling, not a lot of anybody in professional wrestling can stand on the throat like that.
This is why everybody says Stacy Keibler legs about him. Except, like, big, jacked, meaty Stacy Keibler.
I've never heard anybody say Stacy Keibler legs about him. But I'm going to now.
You haven't been around us enough lately, then.
I'm not invited.
You're always invited.
I know, I'm just giving you a hard time. Much like the way Gorani giving the Rhinestone Cowboy a hard time. His head sticking out, it's exposed. And I think something nefarious is on the way.
Oh, my God.
Leaping onto the apron with that drop kick. And I don't know how much, like you said, you got to really put Crowe away to put him away, but how much work could he take? Shoulders are down. And again, kicking out with some authority, I might add. And that sadistic smile, it's almost like glad he kicked out so we can just beat on him a little bit more. That smile is new. That Berat Gorani sadistic smile is again something we've seen over the past year or so.
Yeah, it's honestly something, again, like, Berat's going through a huge evolution.
Leaping
my God.
DDT from Steven Crowe, and that's going to give him even just a few seconds at least to try to shake out the cobwebs and maybe even form a little bit of offense.
I think the thing with pro wrestling sometimes is it takes a little bit of time to actually like find yourself and understand what you are, both physically and mentally. And Berat, through the last few years, he's gone from being this guy that was a high flyer, happy-go-lucky, to realizing, oh, maybe I'm a little bit meaner, to then realizing maybe he's not mean, maybe he's just sadistic.
Man. Stomping down hard on that arm. And both these guys have matchups tomorrow. They have to fight another day, and that another day is less than 24 hours from now.
Is he doing a Garvin stomp? Or for this era, would this be considered an Orton stomp at this point? He's going around the world. He is.
Right now, it's a bloody Gorani stomp. Oh, man. The mean streak of Berat Gorani coming up, dropping that leg, hooking the leg. But again, scrappy Steven Crowe can't keep the shoulders down for three. Fans starting to rally behind the Rhinestone Cowboy. Referee checking to make sure he's still good to go. Gorani putting the bad mouth on the Rhinestone Cowboy. He feels pretty confident. Ooh. Paintbrush across the face, but he might pay for that. Repeated elbows. Oh, caught him coming in. Firing back elbows of his own. Swinging wildly. Able to shift his weight. Driving the knees with that backstabber. Unable to follow up, but I could understand why.
Did you see he like sat up just a little bit and gave Berat a little punch in the face though?
Nice head scissor takeover sent him all the way across the ring. Crowe looking to follow up. Calling his shot. Oh, nobody home again. Now Gorani charging the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Hard clothesline. Steven Crowe in a bad way. Shoulders are down. Kicking out.
I think he knocked his tooth out.
Yeah, I think.
See, but that's the thing. If he did knock a tooth out, he's still not staying down.
Yep.
He's still kicking out.
Definitely a look of pain etched across the face of the Rhinestone Cowboy.
And you're picking sides?
Gorani arguing with the ringside fans. But able to fight up from underneath. Yeah, but he is hurting. There's definitely something wrong with the Rhinestone Cowboy, and the son of Kosovo knows it. Snap-maring him over. Now just going to try to choke the life out of him. Referee in position to see if Crowe wants to give it up. It would seem unlikely.
I think something. He's definitely got him on the rocks here. He's working his way up, though.
Trying to get back to the feet.
He's on his way. Oh, there we go.
Firing in the point of the elbow.
Down by the hair.
Down hard. And now it seems like Gorani almost playing with his food.
I just don't understand why there's been so many despicable actions.
Well, the wrestling business is kind of built on despicable actions, but nonetheless. Oh, caught him coming in. Huge backbreaker. Where the hell did that come from? Unreal. And this is the opening he needs. He may not get another one. Trying to rally up the fans behind him.
This entire crowd
charging in. Sidestep to hit that buckle hard.
That was a nice kick. The good old bounce.
Up to that top rope. Hit that leaping knee strike. And Crowe getting fired up. I think sometimes when you taste your own blood, it does something to you.
It's true. Some of the craziest things I've done in the ring have been after I've tasted my own blood.
That's a receipt elbow right to the face. How do you like it? Looking to follow up. Butterflies the arms.
He's been hitting a crazy tiger bomb. Oh, into a backbreaker.
Another backbreaker. Very difficult to do considering the difference in heights.
No, he
having trouble keeping him up. In with the knees, repeated strikes. Maybe if you club him a few more times. Let's try that one more time.
He's got him.
Down on his head. Unbelievable. Is it going to be enough?
Kicked out.
Gorani got the shoulder up. Coming down on your head like that might change the complexion of this match.
That was almost a mix of a pile driver and an angel's wings.
Yep, Gorani definitely on a different plane of existence right now.
Steven looks pissed.
It is boss time, indeed.
He's going for the boss time.
Stacking him up in that corner. We've seen this before. Oh, Gorani caught him up onto the shoulders. Oh, this spells all sorts of bad news. Into that sidewalk slam. But again, kicking out is the Rhinestone Cowboy.
See, sometimes that's the problem when you have a lot of really good offense that you hit all the time is people are able to scout it. I know that firsthand. Everybody reverses my stuff. That's where Steven's going to have to start working, is he's going to have to understand how to start countering people's counters of his moves.
And that smile no longer across the face of the son of Kosovo. No. I think he's starting to get frustrated that he hasn't been able to get the job done.
He took an elbow to the face and then a pile driver, and he is not happy.
Pump handle, but able to escape and counter.
That was different.
Might be looking for the DDT. Spiked him on his head again.
See, that's something really good. That is instincts on Steven's part. He has not done that move in a long time. I don't know if he's done that move ever since he's become the Rhinestone Cowboy.
And now looking for boss time and hit it. Driving those knees into that rib area. Charging that corner. Hit the knees in the corner, dragging him out to the middle. Again, not enough. Those long legs of Gorani so hard to keep him down to the canvas.
He is definitely bleeding from the mouth, though.
Absolutely, yep. There is something compromised.
It's almost sick. Every time he hits a move, though, now and Berat kicks out, he smiles with that blood across his teeth, and it's like he's enjoying it.
Yeah, both of these men left everything out in the ring.
And he's still able to two-step.
He's able to dance his way right into your heart.
Oh, what's happening here?
He got caught rolling through.
Here?
No one had the shoulders down. Back into the corner, now just firing in shots. Gonna shoot him to the other side. Into the buckle he goes.
A hard buckle.
The ring moved, I think.
People aren't aware of how rough those buckles actually are. Even though there's that thin layer of padding, you're still running into a metal eyelet.
Clothesline spun out, able to escape.
That was another rough-ass clothesline.
Yep, use those long, long arms. Gorani looking maybe to go high risk. Yep, Steven Crowe in a bad way, but able to get back up to his feet. Followed him up and kicked him down onto that staging area.
It was like a drop kick almost.
Referee administering that 10 count, but I think Crowe's going to follow him out. After everything he's been through, he wants to win this one. 1, 2, 3 in the middle.
The stage at LPW is a dangerous place to be.
It's hard. It's a hard concrete stage. Very unique setup here in our venue. Clubbing away in that sternum against that corner. Well, Gorani's scooping him up.
On the stage?
Oh, this is all bad. Able to use that turnbuckle to shift the weight down and escape. Oof. On either side of that buckle. Steven Crowe scaling that turnbuckle up to the top. Gorani going after him.
What are they doing?
And Michael Richard Blaze, there's
Oh,
only
we-
one way to go, and that's down.
We just saw something like this last month.
Gorani holding on. He almost took a tumble there.
Oh, hey, why is everybody going after the eyes?
I mean, it's effective. It
Just
works.
not needed.
Oh, man.
What is he doing here?
Trying to take him up into that fireman's carry position, up on that middle rope.
This looks like something I would do.
Something dangerous.
Oh.
Crowe able. I don't know if he just lost the handle or if Crowe was able to escape and shift the weight down.
I think he tried to throw him face first onto the buckle.
But
And he
regardless, able to escape the clutches.
I think his face sort of rubbed up against the rope instead. Another eye rake.
Yeah, Steven Crowe is in a world of hurt right now, but continuing to
Going
fight.
for here?
Handful of hair,
What's he trying to do here?
dragging him back up. Crowe now up to the top.
Oh,
Tried to go for the head scissors. Took him a little bit of work to get him over, but he did. They almost took a hard tumble to the outside, and that would have been
yeah, that
ugly.
was impressive.
Crowe needs to follow up, though. Again, the long legs used to the advantage. Up that clothesline coming in. Ripcord into the boot.
That was a nice boot. That was another nice boot.
Yeah, nice pump kick, staggered him to the corner, trying to roll him up, holding on to that top rope for dear life. Oh, handful of hair from Crowe. Hey, turnabout fair play. Oh, he went low, caught him with the mule kick. Ref didn't see it. Oh, man.
That was unnecessary.
Into the pump handle, Uranagi.
That was an impressive move.
Rolling through. Charging in. Oh, kick right in the ear, and I think Crowe might be out. Hooking the leg.
It's really unfortunate that had to start with a low blow.
The son of Kosovo by hook or by crook.
Your winner of the match, Berat Gorani!
Berat Gorani victorious in the main event of LPW and Clandestine Wrestling Society numero uno. A prelude to LPW 13. Now look at Gorani. Look at the look on his face. Proud of what he's done. Steven Crowe put up a valiant effort, but tonight, not his night. But he'll get another crack at it tomorrow as we present Love Pro Wrestling, still the one to grow up.
Thank you for letting me announce with you, my friend.
Always a pleasure. You're welcome on my microphone anytime.
You're going to have to try it again sometime. You're going to have to teach me.
Berat Gorani victorious in the main event.